Congratulations to the both of you for The Dark Divide. It's a wonderful movie.
Thank you.
So for both of you, what attracted you to this dramatic and comedic film like this?
Well, for me, it was a combination of I really dug the story, and I'm rarely offered this kind of role or opportunity. And once I met with Tom, the writer-director, and sussed out that he's a good guy, he's amenable to, notes and suggestions and collaboration, then that's all it took. But yeah, it was the story and the opportunity.
What about for you, Debra?
Well, first of all, I just thought the script was really beautiful, and I was taken with just the lack of language in so much of it, and the fact that it was a meditation on nature, and the whole thing just really captured my imagination. And then, of course, the character, I've never been given the opportunity to play a character like Thea, and David, to be able to work with David.
Wow, look at that. That's a great compliment.
Why did you take this? Why did you take this role in interviewing us? What was it that drew you to us?
The names. Immediately, David Cross and Debra Messing attached to this interview. I basically said, I have to take this.
Yep. Where are you right now?
I'm actually in Fresno. I mean, after watching it gave me some inspiration to go hiking, except the fires are like 20 miles away from me. So
I know, I'm looking at your background. It looks pretty woodsy and
smoky.
Yeah.
very, very, very smoky. It's actually very chilly right now. It's actually like 70 degrees because of all the smoke covering the sky. So it's a little bit crazy. So what as nature lovers, what do you both of you know about flowers and butterflies? Do you know anything, or just pretend?
Nothing.
Zero. Nothing. I didn't even know how, like, my assumptions for how to catch butterflies were completely wrong, because I went out with Robert a couple times and we hung out, and the guy I portrayed, and it's a lot simpler than you think, but there's it's sort of like fly fishing, where it's like, it looks really deceptively simple, but there's really specific things you have to do. But yeah, I was way off on I knew nothing. Still don't know that much, to be fair.
Did you manage to catch a real live one after all?
I did. I caught two, and I flashed back immediately to being a little kid and somebody, older people being proud of me. I really had that, when I got one, I was like, hey, I got one, and felt kind of chuffed, and it's like, hey, there you go, good job. I felt like it was 7.
And then let it go, right? Like
no, I ate it on the spot.
Debra, could you talk about the transformation? Because your character seemed like it was a very challenging character to play, especially that you mentally and physically have to transform.
Yes, it was. I read this memoir called The Unraveling of the Miracle by Julie Yip Williams. She actually lived downtown in New York. She had cancer, and she wrote this unbelievable memoir about her experience with her family, with her husband, and how things changed, the dynamics changed as she got closer to death. And I think that for me, that was my touchstone. That emotionally, that was my touchstone. And then just doing research about, what happens to the hair as you go through chemo, and how many times she went through chemo, and just sort of making all of those decisions. And then it was really just the incredible artistry of the wig makers who really made the transformation happen. And we had one person who did both hair and makeup on this film. So she deserves a big shout out.
Wow. You want to go through that again?
No, I think I got my fill.
For you, David, how was the experience of actually going through the hikes on the actual trail through the Dark Divide?
I loved it. I wish it could have been, not as broken up by, repositioning and stuff. But I love walking through the woods. I have a naturally quick gait, and I'm a big, I'll jump up on rocks, and I'm that kind of guy. I don't think I'm not a sleeping in the woods type of person. But the day hikes, that stuff is really fun. It was stunningly, I mean, some of those locations are just stunning. I've been in all kinds of settings, but I've never been in that dense, lush, verdant, wet, Pacific Northwest, in the middle of nowhere woods. And, I mean, it's really magnificent and beautiful,
And for those people who are curious, where did you stay? The Ritz-Carlton or like?
Yeah, we stayed at the, we had them build a Four Seasons in the middle of nowhere at the base of Mount Hood, which really took up a lot of time in production. No, we were just talking about this. Well, Deborah, go ahead. Describe your what you walked into for day one of shooting.
We stayed at a kids camp, a very old, dilapidated,
Disused.
Misused.
Hadn't been used in forever.
Yes, in decades. And when I got there, there was no electricity and no hot water. And at the time, at night, it went down to like 38 degrees.
Yeah.
And so I put everything that I had on in my suitcase to go to sleep. And I remember sort of calling the producers and being like, or trying to, there was no Wi-Fi. So, and being like, can I get hot water? And so they were able to fix the water, but not the electricity. So I had a space heater, 2 space heaters right around my bed. And I felt like I was hiking.
Yeah. Give you that experience.
Excellent. Well, hey, thank you very much for speaking with me. I can't believe it myself. I have both David and Deborah in the same Zoom room.
You've been asking about this forever.
I know, right? I could mark it off my bucket list now.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Hopefully we get to do this in person in the future.
All right, man. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.